Today I want to talk to you about the CP4 disaster prevention kit from SPE Motorsports, specifically the Gen 2, which has a couple of upgrades over the original kit. This eliminates the ability for shavings that come from your failing CP4 of getting into your fuel injectors and your fuel rail, causing a far more expensive fix should your pump fail. It's a really unique system that requires no cutting of any fuel lines and uses factory push style fuel lines so that it feels like a very factory install. If you were to open up the hood, you wouldn't even really notice this was aftermarket. It also comes with a really unique feature that has a sensor for particulate on the return side, so it can actually warn you once your pump starts to fail. Another unique feature is they have this clear return system, which allows you to see if any metal shavings are coming out of the system in real time. On top of that, it's also filtered through a 20 micron screen to ensure that any of the shavings that do come out of the pump don't go into your fuel cooler or into your fuel tank and then continue cycling through your system. It's stopped right here. As we know, the CP4 pump, what it does is the fuel that lubricates the bottom half can get contaminated with metal shavings as the internals of the pump start to fail, but then it pushes in the factory setup into the high pressure system and pushes that out to your injectors and your fuel rails. On this kit, it tees the two systems so that your lubrication fuel, once it's done lubricating the bottom end of the pump, goes directly back into your fuel filtration system, picking up those metal shavings and taking them away from the rest of the system. It has a separate feed line which goes to the high pressure system, and that is what feeds your injectors. So they're completely separated from each other, and that means the only fuel ever going to your injectors goes through a filter and doesn't carry shavings with it. This is a really neat and well-made system that's actually quite simple in how it managed to capture a lot of the problems of the pump in one small area, and that way you don't have a lot of extra parts under the hood and you don't have to clean out your return lines and your fuel tank if your pump fails. You just replace the pump and continue driving. Check these out at dirtydieselcustoms.ca. Thank you very much for watching.